Hello everybody. Thank you for stopping by to spend some time with me today. This is Journaling with Maggie, and I'm Maggie, and I'm so glad to have you here. I would like to, today we're going to continue working on our Childish Memories journal. I usually do the cover of my journals last. Sometimes I'm really good about finding, knowing exactly what I want for the cover, and other times I have to wait until the journal is finished, and then it kind of helps me figure out what I want when it's finished. So I'm not worried about that right now. We are going to try to decorate some pockets. I'll show you what I do have. I did make the pockets for the front and the back. I wanted to do some stitching on these, but I decided not to do that for now. So I will put these in, these will go in the front, one in the front, one in the back. I'll put them on after I do my book corners. Actually, without even finding my mitering tool, the corners came out pretty good overall, except for one. It's kind of sticking up there. So the metal corner protectors will take care of that. And these are the goodies that the pieces of ephemera that I was working on, trying to do them on video, and I finished them up last night. This is the one that was inspired by Pam from Silver and Sparkles, and this is it just folds out. I put a belly band here. This is a little tuck spot, a little pocket. These are little pockets. I'll have tags sticking out with crinkled seam binding. This is another little pocket. That pocket needs to be decorated. And this is a big pocket here, so we'll be able to put a nice journaling card or some paper for journaling in here. But we will do that after we've decorated these pockets and so forth, and see what we have to work with. So that one is finished. It folds up like this. This is the front cover. All right, so that's one. The other one, this is the other little folio. This one, you open it up. This one needs some more decorating as well, but you open it up like this. This has a pocket. Here's a belly band. Something needs to go on here, but I haven't decided what yet. And then there is some paper sewn in for journaling. And I just embellished them with a little bit of stamping, corner stamping. And there is a pocket right here. And then this closes with a tie. This is a cloth tie that I tore up. However, it's not long enough, obviously. So I will have to find a piece of ribbon and put in there. Okay, this is another piece of ephemera that I made. I took one of the pieces of one of the journal pages that I was not going to use because, again, of the way the children were placed on it. And I cut it into two pieces and put it on cardstock. And then on the inside, I put a little belly band and another little journaling pad. So this journal will really have quite a bit of extra writing space. I kind of think that's important for those who do love to journal, or they can use pages to decorate them themselves. This is a tag that will go in a pocket. It will have a piece of tea-dyed paper in here and probably a journal card or something else. This also needs to be decorated, but I'm not going to deal with my tags now until I get the pockets. Okay, this is the other piece that I was made online yesterday. It's the kind of hidden camouflaged journaling spot. And I found these lovely childhood quotes yesterday. There's only one page of them, but they're quite nice. And these came from Yanas Crafting. I don't know if you can see this. YANAS Crafting. And they're just called childhood quotes, and it was $1.47. So we'll be using those in here. And this one says, to every child, I dream of a world where you can laugh, dance, sing, learn, live in peace, and be happy. Okay, and then again, this just opens up, and we got a little pad of paper here. So, that being said, we'll set these pieces aside to be placed in later. And I've got a bucket of other little doodads that we can use, some embellishments, some ribbon, some lace that we can use to embellish these pockets. And I also wanted to share these. You've probably seen them. I was at Hobby Lobby a few weeks ago, and I found these books. They're called Stickablisty. I think that's what it says. And they came with different themes, and I really do like these stickers. When you put them down, you know how some stickers just look kind of chintzy, I guess, for a better word. These stickers just go down so nicely, and they look nice on a page. For instance, this was one of the stickers on here. All things grow with love. And I just put it on this little piece of fabric, and so far it's sticking down good. Now I'll have to keep my eye on it because it may need some glue behind it at some point. But for right now, it's sticking good. All things grow with love, and we know our children, they grow with love. So I really am enjoying these. They were on sale when I got them. They have different themes. This one is just ephemera sticker book, faith sticker pack, line work floral sticker back, and I really like these. These look so cute and on some pages or tags or pockets, whatever. And then this one is digital floral. So I will probably be using some of these. Something else I recently acquired, I got this from Amazon. It's called Inspirational Quotes. Motivational quote sticker books. It's got 24 sheets. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I've used a few of them already. I really am enjoying it. Different people that we are all familiar with. So I'm enjoying this. I just wanted to show that to you too. Alright, so let's just get started. I don't really need to decorate these anymore. These just have to be placed in the journal. And let's see where we want to start here. So I'm going to skip over these kinds of pages for now. I will add something to them. I'm just not sure what yet again. I try to go page by page for the most part. But again, it just kind of depends on what is going on with the journal. Okay, so we're going to put something here. This is one of the papers from the paper pack I was telling you about, and I did look it up in case you're interested. There was actually 28 different papers in this pack. And it's called Pink Shabby Chic Digital Papers. Pink Shabby Chic Digital Papers. It was $1.79 for 28 designs. I thought that was really quite reasonable. And then, let's see if I can show you this. It's the creator, the shop was Daisy Avenue. And it's D-A-S-Y, not D-A-I-S-Y, Daisy Avenue. So that's where I got that. I just wanted to let you know. Okay, so we're going to place our first pocket on here. I've got, this is going to be a tuck spot. I don't think I'm going to put on this paper, on this page, but it's going to be a tuck spot. And then this also has a little, quite a big pocket here that a tag or a journaling card could go in. So let's see, what do we want here? How about a music book page? All right, so how are we going to decorate this? This is what takes me a minute to think about it and see. Since this didn't, I do have some ephemera here that came with one of the kits, or was a separate, like an add-on that I purchased, but there's not a lot, so I need to just kind of improvise. And I think I'm going to go through these little paper dolls and see if we have a little girlie that will show up, because she's a little tall. Here's a sweet baby. She's also a little tall. Let's look at this one. Some of these were cut out on my brother's Scan and Cut, and sometimes it will cut into a piece. I don't really know why it does that, but it does. So I think we'll use her on here, and we will put some fabric behind her. Let me see what I've got. I keep a little basket of scraps on my desk. I've got a piece here that was the cover. That is the cover. Do I have anything else that might look good? Oh, I have this piece. Let's see what we can have. Get this light pink. I may want to use that. All right, let's set that aside for the moment. And I think I mentioned in yesterday's video or the day before, I do love to tear fabric to get what I need. And I don't know why I did. I didn't do it from the beginning, because in my former crafting days, I like to sew and knit and crochet. So the artwork that I did was mostly in fibers. And then a few years ago, I took up watercolor painting, which I enjoy so much. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have any lessons or anything. I was just enjoying it, and I'm no artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoyed it, and I still do it a little bit, but not as much as I would like to. So paper crafting wasn't in my wheelhouse at that time. I think this will look very pretty on here, but it does need to cut it down a little bit more. I'm going to grab some scissors. I love these little Tim Holtz scissors for fussy cutting. Oops, that's not going to tear. I need to go a little bit deeper. Anyway, I was talking about these strings. I never saved them when I was sewing or anything. It didn't make any sense to me. And then after I started junk journaling, in the beginning I was using a lot of fabrics, and I was doing more sewing in my journals. It's just my sewing machine is a kind of a large sewing machine, and I have a very compact space that I'm working with as far as my journal making goes. So it just got to be too cumbersome, and it's a little on the heavy side, so it was a little heavy for me to be moving back and forth and trying to find a convenient spot for it. So I ended up putting it back into the sewing room, and because I'm not sewing right now, and I really don't like to do 2 projects at a time anymore. When I was knitting and crocheting, sometimes I would have 2 sweaters going, or a sweater and a scarf, or hats. I don't know, you name it. And sometimes I would finish them all, and sometimes I wouldn't. A lot of times I would just work on the one I was liking the best, and the others would get set to the side, never to be seen again. So I don't like to work on more than 1 project at a time now. When I'm junk journaling, I like to finish one thing and then move on to the next. So that being said, I'm saying that because when this journal is complete, I think I'm going to start the mini album for my little great-grandson that's going to be born. He'll be born before I get it made, I'm sure. But I can send it to his mom, or my daughter can send it to her. And I will do my best to do that on camera. I've only made 1, but I've replicated the cover many times. So it's just a matter of making the cover and then putting on in the base pages, which are really quite easy, and doing the decorating. So that's probably going to be my next project that I do on video. I also would like to make some master boards to have. I think they come in so handy for collaging and or for making tags. I'm sorry, for making tags and pockets and so forth. So yeah, I would like to. This is vintage photo that I'm using. I would have probably used pink on this if this journal wasn't quite as grungy as it is, but the vintage photo will do fine. I'm just trying to lightly ink it just so it stands out a little bit. Okay, so I think this will go like this. Then let's put a flower or something there. I had a flower out that probably go pretty good here. How about this little flower? And then maybe a label. So to the side of me, I have some little boxes like these that I had different things in. This one's got labels, the one I just pulled out have flowers. And I have really tried to become more organized in what I do. Here, is it too big? Let's see. This is always the fun part, deciding what I want to put down. Here's a number. And maybe we could put I think I like that. I wish you could give me your opinion. Okay, so let's put this down. Our fabric is going to go down first. Oh, let me ink this pocket first. I already put my my thumb hole in. I enjoy using music paper and book pages for my pockets whenever I can. I think they're fun, and I try to get, when I make my pockets myself, I try to put gussets on them, so if I do have larger journaling cards, they will go in nicely without any difficulty. All right, so here it is right in front of me. So I hope I'm in frame. I'm just going to put a little fabric tack in here. I don't, when I use pieces of fabric, I don't typically glue them all the way down. I just kind of glue the center down. So we're going to put this, how did I have that? Like this, I think. And it's okay if it hangs over the top a little bit. That's not going to hurt anything. Okay, and then we will put some, this is my PVC glue. It's just what I picked up. I could use Elmer's glue just as easily. Okay. So please, if you're watching, please do leave me a like and a comment. Or you can leave me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. If you have suggestions for me, I would greatly appreciate them. This is my 4th video that I'm making, and so I am still a definite newbie. I am very inexperienced, and I'm learning something new every day. I've been kind of happy that I have learned so far what I've learned. I've learned how to edit my videos a little bit. The main thing was turning them into the right orientation. That was a bit of a struggle. And also, if I have to pause a video, or in my one video, I think my second one, my battery in the camera died, and so I thought, oh no, I had recorded like half an hour of video, and I thought, what am I going to do? Well, I just went ahead and continued with the video and said to myself, I'm just going to try to figure this out. If I can't, well, I can't, but at least I got to try. And I did, and lo and behold, I figured it out and was so happy with myself. And I really think as I become more accustomed to doing this and to talking while I'm working, my videos will be more relaxed, and it will seem to come easier. I know I was fretting a little bit early this morning, and I thought, you know, Maggie, I had to have a talk with myself. I do that a lot. I said, Maggie, you need to relax. Just relax. Before I started making videos, or even thinking about making videos, I used to wonder, how can people... Okay, so that's one pocket down. Now, in actual fact, there's not going to be a whole ton of pockets in here. I'm going to have some pockets and at least two belly bands for sure, which I have not made yet, but I will. And I also am going to make an envelope out of some of the paper, which I will probably add to one of the smaller pages, like maybe this one. And it'll be kind of a tip out, and we'll have some little of the smaller pieces, little cards that I have in there, whatever I can find that would put in there, little doodads. And then the side where the flap is will be decorated. So, okay, quit talking, figure out where your next pocket's going to go. Is this all writing space? Do I want to put something on here? You know, maybe. For some reason, some of the glue that I used, I've been trying to erase it off because it keeps sticking to this page. Not sticking where it's causing a problem, but it shouldn't be there. And I've been trying to rub it off, but I'm getting some of it off. I was thinking about putting something there. So we'll come back to that one. All right, let's just go to the back. I'm really not one to be overly concerned about whether, you know, there's front and back are the same. I just kind of go through and again kind of let the book speak to me. Now this is the page that we just put a pocket on. And I need belly bands. I want to put my belly bands somewhere towards the back. And one, I do want to put one in the back and one in the front, but I need to decide where I want to put those. Actually, oh, that's driving me crazy, the glue. Actually, maybe I'll put a belly band on here. That way, when you turn this page, you still have the crinkle and everything. So we'll put a belly band on here. I'm not going to do that right at the moment, but I am going to mark the page to remind me that's where I want to put a belly band. And I need smaller paper clips, but I don't have any up here right now. Okay, so back to the back we go again. And I think I will put a belly band right here as well. So that'll be one in the front, one in the back. And what I plan to do with the belly bands is put these a little bit chunkier pieces of ephemera under those. Okay, so let's put a pocket back here. And we'll put one on this side. All right. So here's this little girly. And then here's this one. Oh, this one would look good on here, but it needs to be cut down some. I need to cut her down. I was actually going to do something else with her, but I changed my mind and decided to use it for a tuck spot. So I'm going to cut her down. Very cute, vintagey little girl. If you watch my other videos, you know that I do not cut straight, so I rely on my paper trimmer to help me with whatever possible. I try really hard, but that's just not one of my talents. If I have any talents at all. Sometimes I wonder. I am the eldest of 3 siblings. My younger sister, she was 4 years younger than me. She passed away in 2017. I'm not sure what she passed away from. She had been in the hospital for several days. And then when her daughter became involved with her care, which she didn't know that she was up in Northern California. She knew she was up in Northern California, but she didn't know that what her overall condition was. So anyway, when she became involved with her care, I was no longer able to get any information about my sister or really go to see her. So she was sent to a rehab center for recovery or for care for whatever was going on with her. And I believe she probably died from overwhelming sepsis, from something. She probably had an infection that just got the best of her, and she passed away. My younger brother, Bill, still lives in Southern California. I love my brother to pieces. He is just a wonderful man, and I am 6 years older than he is. But we had a scare with him this week. He was admitted to the hospital. He is having some odd behaviors. Driving a little bit erratically. Couldn't text without making a mistake. The final thing was they had gone shopping someplace, and coming out he was dragging his foot. So his wife decided it was time for him to go to the hospital, and she's very glad that she had him go. She just wishes she would have gone a little bit sooner, but you know, you just don't know. And being a man, my brother probably refused to be taken to the hospital. So anyway, well, again, long story short, he did have a bleed. The doctor had asked his wife if if he had bumped his head, and she said no, she didn't think so. I don't think I'm going to do anything else this little tuck spot. I think she's just pretty enough, and the little cardinal there is lovely. So I'm going to leave that as it is, and we will move on. We've been on 34 minutes. I've gotten two pockets placed and decided where my 2 belly bands. Oh, that's not a heck of a lot for over a half an hour. Anyway, they did surgery that night and at Kaiser in Southern California, and he came through the surgery remarkably well, and is doing great. His drain was removed yesterday, and he's going home today. So I am so thankful. I just thank the Lord for hearing our prayers and for touching him, and that he's going to be going home safely. They did find another what's called a balloon aneurysm, but they'll deal with that later after he's recovered from this procedure. All right, so here's a book page, not a book page, but a dictionary page. This is from a digital I don't remember. I've had this probably since I first started junk journaling, so I don't know where this came from. I probably couldn't even find it in my in my purchase history, because I wouldn't know. But anyway, I don't use it a lot, but I do use it some, because I do have some book pages, although dictionary pages, although they're not antique-y, you know. I mean, they're not aged, but I do use them, and I enjoy using them quite a bit. They have a crinkly feel to them. My daughter is a librarian. She's a teacher librarian, and her first job, she had to get rid of a ton of old books, and unfortunately, dictionaries have become kind of obsolete because of the internet and all that we do and learn on the internet. So she was getting rid of things, and she came across this huge dictionary. And I had just started, and she knew I was looking for things like that. So she gave it to me. But the book was so heavy, I couldn't find a place to keep it. And it was really difficult for me to manage it. So I ended up tearing a whole bunch of pages out of it. And I do use them from time to time. I know I tore out enough to last me for a long time, and I hated doing that and getting rid of that book, because I think dictionaries, although they may be obsolete in one way, they still are part of our lives, you know, or should be anyway. I mean, you can learn so much from a dictionary. I know you can learn it from online too, but just sitting down with that book in your hands or on a table and looking up what you need to look up. Now, what do I want to do with this little darling? I do not know. But we will figure it out. This is what takes me so long when I'm even doing this by myself and not talking. It still takes me a while, because you know, it doesn't just always come to you in an instant. And I thought I had some whiter lace here, but I do not have whiter lace. Let's see what I have down here. Well, I'm not going to get into my lace box right now. Maybe I'll use another piece of material. Okay, some needs to come off of this. I used to put fabric kind of what do they call them? Fabric flips. I'm not sure if that's the right term. Anyway, I learned that from Gail Agostinelli when I first started journaling. And I would put them in all of my journals, but my journals seemed to get fatter and fatter and bulkier and bulkier. So I stopped doing that. If you could only see some of my journals, they were so fat. That it was getting ridiculous. So I decided to try to cut down the bulk wherever I could. And, oh, that's cute. Okay, maybe we'll put a butterfly on that one. If I can find a pretty pink one. Or something that would look nice there. So I've got all sorts of butterflies mixed in here. There are some that are are stickers. There's some that are these kind of stickers. A lot of cutouts, a lot of the chipboard ones. Problem with a lot of them, they've got these wide white borders on them, and okay, that was fun. It's several hours later on the same day. When I was working on this pocket here, I happened to look up at the camera only to discover that my it had stopped recording because my memory card, it said my memory card was full. So anyway, I'm gonna try, I hope I'm successful in putting these two clips together. There will be a lapse because, like I said, I don't remember what I was saying, and I was going to go to the end of the video that I did have and see what I was talking about. But anyway, off camera, while I was waiting for things to kind of come back together, I finished this little pocket, so that's done. I also went ahead and placed the pockets where I wanted them to go in the journal. I made my belly bands. These are two belly, this is some paper that I got, I think I got it from Michael's, and it's pretty, so I made belly bands out of those. So I made two of those, and I also made an envelope that I will become a flip out here from this way, and we'll put some little odds and ends in there and put something on this page to decorate it. So I am going to go ahead and end this video. I'm going to get off, and when I come back tomorrow, we will finish up putting these pockets in, getting them placed, and then we can start the decorating, filling the pockets up and doing any other decorations and embellishments that need to be done. I also am going to put a waterfall in. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it in yet, but I'm thinking maybe here if I have enough room, but we'll see. I'll work on that when I come back. So I apologize right now for the mess that was made. On my video, my first or second, now I can't remember, my camera lost power in the middle of when I got to a point in the video. I was able to kind of salvage it and put it together, but this is a little bit more extreme because it's been several hours and I really don't remember what I was trying to tell you. So I apologize, please forgive me, but we will continue with this in the next video. So thank you so much if you stuck around and helped me get through this, and have a blessed rest of your day wherever you are, whatever time it is. May the rest of your time be blessed, and you take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.